welcome to those of you joining us. Today I'm here with Andrew Cook. He's one of our partners with HHM Wealth Advisors. This is going to be part of our year-end tax planning series, and today we're going to be discussing the new IRS retirement contribution limits. Andrew, when it comes to the retirement contribution limits, what are those and why are they important?
So there are various different types of retirement accounts, and the limits that get announced by the IRS about this time of year address how much we can put away in each of those different accounts. And they are meant to adjust for cost of living increases so that our deferrals and benefits are just.
So with the higher inflation over the past year, have those become bigger than usual on the expected increase for 2023?
Yeah, so we're actually seeing the largest increase in almost 45 years, and again, a lot of that's driven by inflation and adjustments. So this is one of the positive sides is that we'll be able to sock some more money away into retirement accounts for 2023.
Okay, before we get too far into this, on retirement accounts that you have the option to choose from, can you kind of give a broad-based, high-level detail of some of the accounts people can choose?
So I like to divide up into two main categories. You've got your employer-sponsored plans, which are going to be 401ks, SEPs, Simples, those types of things. There are other plans, but those are kind of the main ones. And then you've got your individual plans, which can be an IRA or Roth. So,
if someone came to you and they're not sure where to start, what's kind of like the order that you would help someone think through this decision?
Everyone's situation is unique, their goals and objectives, but I would start by looking at what their company offers. Generally, the retirement plan limits are going to be much higher in an employer-sponsored plan than an individual. Oftentimes, there'll be some kind of match or company contribution, and there may be other features that are beneficial in the company plans. That's where I'd start. It's good.
Then transition more into the traditional and the Roth. If they're looking at those traditional and Roth options, what are some phase-outs that they just need to be aware of?
So one of the things, whether you participate in your employer-sponsored plan or not, if you have access or your spouse has access, there is a matrix that determines an income threshold that basically you phase out your ability to contribute to those IRAs. So it's not that you can't contribute to both an employer or an individual account, but you do have to be alert to where those thresholds hit. And again, depending on your married or single status, got to look at a matrix. So
yeah, there's a lot of different variables that can go into play there. For people that do want to be advantageous savers, they could do both. They just need to be aware, though, that their income based on their taxable or AGI could limit them from participating in some of the more traditional Roth options.
Yep.
So far as timing on these, when do these contributions need to be placed so that they can count them for this year?
So for employer-sponsored plans, it's usually done via payroll deduction. So we only have a few payroll periods left this year. So if you're wanting to make any adjustments or get some additional money, you need to do it now. The nice thing is you can make IRA, traditional Roth contributions up into your filing deadline. So you have a little bit more time to get those taken care of if you need to after the end of the year. So.
Let's talk about strategy as we kind of come to a close here. When it comes to your discussion with your wealth advisor or your CPA about RMDs, how can qualified charitable deductions play a role in some tax planning strategies here?
Yes, that's one of our favorite strategies. If you are charitably inclined and at least 7.5, you have the ability to make a deduction or distribution directly to your charity of choice. If you are also have a required minimum distribution, that gift, that distribution can be count as your RMD, so basically take the place of it. So it makes it a more efficient gift. You don't have to pay income tax on the distribution, and the charity of your choice doesn't have to pay on the gift. So again, for those 7.5, it's a very efficient way to gift directly from your IRA.
Cool. Thank you for coming on today. For those of you that have watched, if you want to go to hhmcpas.com, we have a resource blog article that goes into the granular details about exactly what the dollar thresholds are for some of those phase-outs that we talked about. And we'll look forward to seeing you in our next video.